Hello friends, welcome to the channel. We will discuss how the market behaved today and what is the outlook going forward. So first thing first, we said that market seems to be in a range bound. The momentum is pretty good. And we said that we will get a chance for opportune moment to enter, and we saw that morning dip. It came pretty low to this extent, that is around your 25,650 levels, and then from there it made a very smart move and went to the level of around 25,800. ठीक है, तो हमारा ये कल का एक एस्टिमेट था कि इट माइट मूव टू 2800, but there from there on the resistance zone is going to start. If you have looked at the movement of Nifty, you would have realized that it is not as per future. अगर आप देखें तो फ्यूचर का मूवमेंट कुछ और हो रहा है निफ्टी फ्यूचर का, और निफ्टी 50 का मूवमेंट comparatively to Nifty future is different. So that is not very conducive for call options. कॉल खरीदने के लिए वो conducive नहीं है, क्योंकि निफ्टी फ्यूचर यूजुअली विच शुड बी इन प्रीमियम, निफ्टी फ्यूचर गिरता है और कैश लेकिन बढ़ता है. अब आज ये दिस मोमेंटम वाज लार्जली visible because of Reliance. Reliance initially was down, but then it went up pretty smartly to 17-18 rupees, which along with other pulled Nifty up to the level of 25,800. साथ में I should also consider the fact that banks were relatively very strong, and we saw that a very smart move of Bank Nifty, which pulled Nifty to the levels where we are seeing it right now. ठीक है, तो having all these points into consideration, we are seeing that Nifty देखिए 87 points move is I won't say it's very convincing. I will say that it's a modestly feeble, I will say, compared to 350 points move in Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty saw PSU banks were pretty start today, or just a stat that I would like to share, that the mutual fund industries have increased their positions in PSU banks compared to private banks, and that has helped or aided Nifty to inch up. अब आज what was the dark horse? Dark horse was IT. IT apparently, if you look, IT is still weak. आज वो करीबन 400 पॉइंट डाउन था, which was not allowing Nifty for a free flow. So it is not an easy market. First, it is not an easy market. The underlying momentum is pretty good. Then that is why I'm saying that कि अगर आपको कोई safe zone मिले, entering into that safe zone is relatively safer than just trying to jump into it and overall getting a what do we say? I mean, trying to ride the wave. If you have to ride the wave, just try and enter into a safe level where we see, for in this instance, अगर हम 25,650 600 के आसपास हमारे को लेवल एंट्री का मिलता है, then that will be pretty good, because margin of safety is there. Overall underlying tone is pretty positive. लेकिन आपको एक बात ध्यान रखनी पड़ेगी कि हम बैसाखी के ऊपर चल रहे हैं. What is the बैसाखी? Now बैसाखी here is Bank Nifty. We are trying to ride the wave by the pull of Bank Nifty, which is relatively stronger than Nifty. So that is what it is. अगर आपको कहीं see for tomorrow, what I say is that 25,650 is a relatively safer zone, or at best, if not then you should have to try and target first this hourly close जो है उसका low को. If somebody 25,700 type, if 25,700 type appears to be, then that can be a good entry point instead of just trying to jump into the market, because market is going to give you opportunity to enter into the various positions that you are thinking of. But we should also be mindful of the fact that theta decay is happening very fast, so this is monthly expiry, so one needs to be cautious. Overall momentum remains strong. Bank Nifty is very strong, and it is the star of the show. It is trying to meet 61,780 levels. उसको शायद ये वॉलेट कर दे, तोड़ दे, but there are certain stats that I would like to share with you once we discuss the data and everything. So Bank Nifty is very strong. 60,000 61,000 approximately can be a good entry point. If not, then probably 60,800 is a very good entry point, can be a good entry point instead of just trying to come and jump into the market. Let us discuss the overall data set. Now data set, I'm saying that it is turning positive with limited downside risk. Now yesterday also we have said this, and if you would have seen, this played out very good. I mean, it was a magic wand that played out. आज अगर आपने देखा होगा कि नीचे की तरफ अगर जब सुबह का डिप मिली थी हमें फर्स्ट आवर में, वो मैं आई कैन शो दैट टू यू. फर्स्ट आवर में यू कैन सी दिस डिप, इस डिप की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. अगर किसी ने इस जोन पे एंट्री का सोचा होगा, इट वुड हैव बीन वेरी गुड रिवॉर्डिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी, और उसके बाद ही ऊपर चलता चला गया. तो वन हैज टू वेट फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ डिप टू एंटर इनटू द मार्केट, and that is what is the case with Bank Nifty as well. अब कल के लिए क्या है, कल के लिए डेटा इज पॉजिटिव, data overall data setup is turning positive with a limited downside risk. Again, the iteration is that one should try and look for a safe level for entry. Overall data setup is turning positive, not 100%, but yeah, it is turning positive, because what I'm seeing is that FIs are trying to cover the shorts in futures. DIs, since their position is not that big, but then they have booked some profit. Pro is apparently trying to reduce their shorts in future. So these activities thus indicates that from the bottom there is some pullback expected. Now one thing that is very interesting is that if you look at the overall cash activity, फ्यूचर में भी शॉर्ट कवरिंग थोड़ी सी खत्म हुई है, और कैश एक्टिविटी में भी कैश अगर आप देखें तो कैश में बाइंग हो रही है. दैट इज यू सी फ्रॉम पास्ट 2 days आई एम सीइंग दैट एफआईआईज दैट अराउंड 1000 crores की बाइंग इनके पास हर रोज हो रही है. सो दैट इज समथिंग व्हिच इज पॉजिटिव. Now let us look at the other thing that we track. We track open interest and everything. So let's come here. Open interest, you see 26,000 is a mammoth resistance that we are seeing right now. On the downside, 25,700 is a very strong put writer zone, right? Yeah, followed by 25,500. 25,500 is pretty far cry, so we will try and focus the range of 25,700 to 26,000. That's a range of around 300 points. Now one thing I'd like to highlight here, ये देखिए बैंक निफ्टी इज ट्रेडिंग एट 61,500 अप्रोक्सीमेटली, ठीक है. नाउ बैंक निफ्टी एट 61,500, बट द कॉल ऑफ 60,000 एंड 61,000 का कॉल जो है यहाँ पे कॉल राइटर है वो नहीं गया है, सॉरी पुट राइटर यहाँ पे नहीं गया है. और यहाँ पे I'll show you some other stat as well. 61,500 पे जो है ना, अभी यू विल सी दैट देयर इज आज की एक्टिविटी की अगर मैं बात करूं तो 61,500 पे देयर आर स्ट्रॉन्ग कॉल राइटर्स स्टिल देयर. either they are trapped or they are not in a mood to go away. probably they might have some other plans for the market. कहने का मतलब ये है कि देखिए जब बैंक निफ्टी अभी इन द मनी कॉल में भी कॉल राइटरिंग हो रहा है, 21,600 हमारे पास अभी 21,550 बैंक निफ्टी चल रहा है, और 21,500 का जो कॉल राइटर है वो नहीं निकला है. तो इससे मुझे थोड़ी सी घबराहट हो रही है, आप समझ रहे हैं, क्योंकि अगर ये आउटराइट ऊपर जाने की बात थी तो ये 61,500 दैट इज 61,500 के कॉल राइटर में कमी होनी चाहिए थी. पर अगर आज आप देखें, डिस्पाइट दैट वी हैव क्रॉस 61,500, we are trading at around 61,550, but the call writer of 61,500 is not gone. So this is a point that I would like to highlight, और उसको थोड़ा सा आप you should be careful about it, and so is the case with Nifty as well. 25,819 वहाँ पे कॉल राइटर जो है they are still standing, और अगर किसी को लग रहा हो कि मार्केट और ऊपर जाएगी then this call writer should have gone. इनफैक्ट निफ्टी में 25,700 पर भी थोड़ी सी कॉल राइटिंग है, और वो कॉल राइटर आज बढ़ा है, ऐसा नहीं कि वो चला गया. अगर आप देखें इफ यू वुड हैव सीन तो ये कॉल राइटर गया नहीं है 25,700 का कॉल. सो व्हाट आई रिक्वेस्ट इज दैट सम अमाउंट ऑफ कॉशन इज रिक्वायर्ड इन निफ्टी and to a limited extent in bank nifty as well. That is why I'm saying that if somebody gets a good level to enter, try and find that whenever you see, try and enter it at a good level. Option stat says that for bank nifty 60,500 around 61,000 is a very good support, and from option standpoint, and for nifty it is said 25,700 or at least 25,600 is a very good entry point in case if somebody managed to find it. अगर कल मार्केट वहाँ पे डिप देती है तो वहाँ पे एंट्री will be relatively safer. Otherwise the trend is positive. Once you see कि 26,000 टूट रहा है, that 200 point, that is not easy. तब तो फिर the case is pretty much upside. But if you see that there is a dip of around 25,700 or 25,650, that can be considered as a demand zone, right? So, and if we look at today's overall Dow Jones and all, Dow Jones is up 300 points, so that might give some gap up opening tomorrow, because I see that our Nifty is up around 33.30, not much, but then we'll see it tomorrow. So the takeaway is that overall data set remains positive. Entry risk at support level is warranted. So that's all from my side. Hope you would have liked it. In case if you have liked it, please click the like button, and if you have not subscribed the channel, request you to kindly subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.